Alright, this is going to be another video where we talk about spirituality and I eat because I'm getting downloads right before I fucking eat again. That's the way it is. My guides have to speak through me, okay? On my behalf. But before I do that, I'm going to explain to you what's going on. I filmed another reading, I want to say like a week or two ago, where I'm pretty much explaining the collective energy at the moment. I am an intuitive person. I've always been this way since I was born. I've been like this my entire life. Did I know I was like this my entire life? No. I had like a base level understanding, but I was always like this and just didn't know what was going on, if that makes sense. And I thought everyone else was on the same level as me, I just wasn't getting enough support in life, whatever the fuck. This is the way it is, okay? I have the three clairs. Clairaudience, clairsentience, clairvoyance, and clairominence, I think it is. There is another reader that, if anyone wants to know, just DM me or email me, message me, whatever, wherever you see me. I will send you the video of the 3 clairs because I can't really link it here. It's on YouTube. Or the 4 clairs. Or you could just Google 4 clairs. There's definitely a bunch of people who've explained what the 4 clairs are. I genetically am predispositioned to have these gifts, okay? It's in my genetics. My family is also like this. It is somewhat of a risk for me to explain these things, even, or be open about it, but I am because I'm an ass. I'm a fucking rebel. I am a riot girl. I am a rebel girl, okay? I don't give a shit, okay? I am the type of person who will speak to you in a diplomatic way and give you the communication I think you deserve. Does that mean I'm going to be nice all the time? No. Does that mean this reading I'm about to give you is going to be pleasant in terms of like the way am I going to be hyper positive, blah, blah, blah? No. Because somebody's getting told off because I can't speak on my own behalf. I am literally going to let my higher self, my guides, my ancestors speak for me, okay? I have a complicated genetic makeup. There is a lot of different cultures within me. I'm not going to explain this because that is also very sensitive information, especially to somebody who works with energy like I do and understands energy and knows how other people can manipulate it with information, okay? Okay. So that was all me. Oh, they're like, you have to explain what channeling is. Channeling is a vibrational resonance, okay? So I'm basically switching, this is the best way I can explain it. I am switching a frequency in my mind where I am just full consciousness. I'm just stream of thought, basically, which is the best way I could explain it, but that's not really what it is. I'm picking up just things that are being thrown in my mind, songs, whatever. It's gonna sound like a mess, but it's gonna sound like it makes sense to you in some way, alright? This is gonna be a message for you, whoever is watching this. Whether this is a message that resonates within you, within your life, within somebody you're actively, like, involved with. But this is a message coming from me because you're in my energy now. We're connected now. You're watching me here. All right? So I am me as you. I am me and me as you. We're the fucking same. Okay? Whatever I say to you, I have already said to myself, whether it not be now, it's been another fucking time in my life. All right? And that leads us into the channeling now because that is really what I'm going to be talking about is how the fuck I got here. When I started reading tarot, I did not understand the dangers of magic, what could really like happen. There's a lot of readings and stuff like that about what people talk about in terms of their spirituality, where especially if they switch from like Christianity to divination, when they've been told most of their life that it's the devil's work or it is not good for multiple reasons, that it's dangerous. It is. if you don't know what the fuck's going on, if you're dabbling into other people's energy without fully understanding, you can't. There's discernment that needs to happen here. The only thing you can really, really do with divination and magic is heal and motivate and manifest within yourself and for yourself, because that is going to be the safest area for you to manifest. Or if you have permission, guidance from said person or said spirit team, group of people, all agreed to be in your energy, agreed to the magic you're putting on them, whether that be like an exorcism, a healing, a cleansing, a work through, you are sitting there working on their energy. Those are safe practices, okay? Because there is consent and there is will involved. If you go against someone's will by using magic, you are then leading into the area of black magic, okay? And why is it black? Because nobody has control over anybody's life except God. God will give you permission. He'll be like, okay, you can do that. Let's see what you do with that. And if I don't like it, I'll deal with you later. That's what karma is, okay? Karma, what goes around comes back around. But that also goes for positive karma. If you know you are the type of person, not only, okay, maybe you're doing a couple of stupid ass things here, but when you genuinely care and have empathy and give, you're going to get that back when you do that. That goes for anything, whether it's money, emotions, words, the communication, energy, all of that shit, okay? You give, you get it back. You give some negative ass shit, you give some magic, you give some control. You're going to get control put on you, but it's not going to be by that person. It's going to be by God. And you're going to know when it's happening. Because you're going to either fall ill, you're going to lose your job, you're going to something's going to break that you really needed to move forward, okay? You need, God's just going to be like, yo, so I told you this, and I told you what the consequences were, and you chose to do this, and you didn't even benefit anything out of it for anybody else but yourself. So you're not, contributing to the rest of the body, to the rest of the collective body. I'm going to fuck you up. I'm going to get some antibiotics because you a virus right now, basically. The world's going to be like, the universe is like, you're a virus in my system. I'm going to use some antibiotics and cleanse your ass. That means it's going to fucking burn your ass. It's going to break you down. It's going to make you into something else, okay? Whether that be positive or negative. If it's inherently negative, even more negative, it's definitely going to cut your ass out, okay? So you need to be thinking about the whole when you act, when you use dark forces. There are also too many people using dark forces without even realizing, okay? So what is magic? Why is magic dangerous? Why are there certain rules in place for certain religions? There's a difference between religion and spirituality. Religion is all about understanding spirituality, okay? Spirituality is its own thing. It grows, it moves, it's always changing. Religion is stagnant, okay? There's more religions being made every other day because it's continuation of understanding spirituality and what is happening within our existence just in general, okay? So you could take anything. You can take anything as knowledge, but there's a difference between taking things as knowledge and then using them when they're from a different energy line. What is an energy line? What am I referring to? A culture? A DNA? Something you don't understand. This is also why writers or artists are basically like, create from what you know. When you're doing magic, you're creating. Create from what you know, because you're going to look real stupid if you're using something you know nothing about. All right? What am I referring to? An example would be maybe not having any relation, like immediate relation in energy, or even in this life, to a culture, and you're using their magic, you're using their practices, and you're not actually connected. So that energy has things connected to it, and people and spirits connected to it. And they're like, yo, who the fuck are you? They're like, who the fuck are you to come in here and act like you belong here and push you out? And you're not going to know what that is. You're going to know something bad is happening to you, but you're not going to know that it's happening because you used something that had nothing to do with you instead of being connected to who you are as a person. That is going to be the easiest path to light possible. I have like a bunch of different genetic makeups. I know what they are. I know what cultures I can base my magic off of. There's also base cultures that have been around for, hundreds of thousands of years. So maybe it's safest to go do some fucking druid magic or some shit. Like, go that far back because you're connected somewhere. You know what I mean? Look at your DNA. Look at your heritage. Ask your family. Don't always go by what your family says, though, because not everybody is telling the truth. But neither is the government, okay? So, literally, also use your inner guidance. Use all three if you can, because that's what I did. I asked for messages. I asked, okay, well, what am I inherently connected to? There are certain things I've been dreaming about since I was a child that have nothing to do with my heritage or have nothing to do with what I'm really connected to in this life, but I know I'm connected. So there's those things too. Keep them to yourself. Do that magic. You know you're connected to it. But if spirit knows you ain't, you go... It's dangerous. Why is this inherently something that's being spoken through me? Because so before, it's hard for me to do videos like this because I'm being told to share my story, okay? Which is, it's hard enough to be vulnerable with people, especially when there's a lot of things that could be said about what I'm telling you guys right now, but at this point, I don't give a fuck, okay? When I was reading, this is one of the things I wanted to say. When I was reading tarot for a living, that was one of the worst years of my life. Why? Because my dad got sick. I got drugged at a house party. I was sexually assaulted by somebody I was dating. Following that was like COVID. And then I got ill for 2 months and almost died. And then I moved out of my parents, and then finally things were starting to get better for me. And then my gifts get more and more sensitive over time, right? That is also a thing. What do I mean by sensitive? Meaning I have more of an understanding, but then once I have an understanding, it's inherent. Like what I'm feeling, how I have to listen to myself, the visions I'm having, the people I have to have around me, okay? There's multiple people I've had to get rid of. Some of them probably watching this video no matter where it is. I got rid of them most likely because they were interfering with my intuition. That there was something wrong and they were fucking with my ass. No matter what that means. Somebody could have just been like, saying dumb shit about me behind my back. And my intuition was like, you don't need that energy around you. Bye-bye. And maybe to that person, that's harsh. But to me, it's protection. Because I can't. I'm way too sensitive. Okay? Now, on my behalf, I've had dreams, very intense dreams since I was little. I used to wake up screaming. Okay? I used to wake up screaming when I was a toddler because of whatever the fuck I was seeing. I remember a lot of dreams. I've written them down. I've made art out of some of them. I've written about them. Sometimes random ass ones from when I was a child will come back to my brain and I'll be like, that's really old. Why is that coming back? Because it has something to do with my higher self, okay? It took me a very long time to understand. But when someone, this is a new challenge for me, whatever the fuck's going on, okay? So if this is something that's happening to you, I'm telling you guys for a reason, all right? I don't want to go up to nobody because it's not a one person either, especially since I'm online. If you're feeling like this, then this is maybe you sensitive too, okay? If you sensitive and you know you sensitive, you probably feel like this right now. Somebody's fucking with my sleep. Okay? And I know the difference because I've been doing the work, all right, to put myself in a place where I am calm, where I'm getting my work done. It's obvious that I'm doing the best I can to get my work done despite having a job, okay? I have a 9-to-5 job, basically. And then I'm still doing all of this. And I'm like, and you know why? Because I love it. And it makes me happy. And this, even when I was sick, even when I was like having the worst points in my life, that's when I was doing art, okay? Now I don't do that. Now I want to be in a higher vibration, to be putting those things in my artwork. But there were very low times in my life where I would push through it anyway. I could push through that shit right now. Do I want to? No, I want to tell a motherfucker to stop. Okay? Just stop. I've been waking up for the last 3 nights at 4 in the fucking morning. I could go directly to whoever the fuck I think it is. But that doesn't matter. Because I know I'm not the only person that feels like this. Okay? I heard other people talk to me about it today without me saying anything. About them waking up in the middle of the fucking night. Okay? So it's partially collective. It's partially we're recognizing something in our lives. We're recognizing specific people and reasons why this is happening. For some of you, it's not a person, it's habits. For me, it's partially habits as well, but I'm getting visions of who is fucking with me because I specifically asked my guides to protect me, and if someone is actively being seen in my dreams, do not show them to me if that's what they want, unless you're showing me that they are a threat. Okay? Do this. Do it. Let spirit show you who's a threat. Okay? You gotta say it out loud. It's a vibration. Whoever it is, I have the capacity to forgive but not forget. I never forget. If I'm still reacting because of something you did, I'll let you know. Okay? Like, oh, I'm reacting like this because of that happened 2 months ago and it's still upsetting me. I'm like, well, why the fuck are you holding on that? You're like, because I haven't healed, so you best come correct or leave me the fuck alone. If you're astrally coming for me, I have figured it out enough times in my fucking life with everything that's fucking happened to me. When someone's fucking with my ass, especially when I'm calm for like a whole fucking month and I'm Gucci. And then I see a bitch in my dreams. And I'm like, oh, what's that? Spirit showing me something that I need to see. I'm not just gonna sit here and shut the fuck up. Because that's also what they want from you when you feel uncomfortable. Okay? Now, take this as it resonates, because maybe this ain't about your dreams. Now I'm gonna pull some cards. This is definitely going on YouTube because it's too long. Ace of Wands. There's a new action coming. I feel positivity centered around this, so that's good. I guess somebody knows that this action is coming. Knight of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, though. Like someone's taking a fast-ass action to somebody that's moving real slow towards them. The wand is what the Knight of Wands is holding, obviously. Has to do with something they worked on. There's also a lighter under. No, this person. Okay, this person is investing with 2 people. These are all masculines, though. These are all a bunch of masculines, like, coming to talk about something. They're like, I did this, and then 2 people are trying to pay them for this action that they worked up. So, yeah, this person is going really fast towards something and building up a lot of abundance very fast because they're taking new actions and taking new steps towards something. This also does have to do with Egyptian energy because the pyramids are here, and I'd never usually noticed the pyramids in the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is typically a very inherently fucking negative card for most YouTubers, like YouTube readers specifically. Oh, because it's guidance. You're being guided by your ancestors right now, okay? That's why these actions are so fast, and they're new, and they're fresh, and there's a new opportunity and an old-ass opportunity that has been built up of these maybe 2 companies, 2 jobs, 2 relationships. So this is a new, solid opportunity with someone or a relationship. And then this is an older one that's also solid but isn't moving. And karmically, they're not moving. They're waiting for you to come to them. You are going towards both of them, though. You're the one moving, really. This new opportunity also isn't moving. Both of these energies are manifesting apologies, or there's a nostalgia centered around this. Maybe this is a new job that's centered around something you used to do in the past, so they kind of like have an idea about you. And the other one is juggling things, actually. Yes. This new one is based on luck. Based on what you deserve. Only you and spirit would know that. There's a competition between these 2 energies. You're just moving forward towards that shit because you're just like, I'm doing all the shit I gotta do anyway. This is why the interference is happening. Because of this competitive energy. A lot of people are at crossroads right now in their life, whether it be them choosing what they want to do with their life or who they want to be within their life. Because we're going towards the end of the year too, so that's very much so collective energy. And then it's just like, do I take these new opportunities and like see where the wheel takes me, or do I stay with this solid thing that like I definitely am moving towards anyway, but like. And then these 2 energies are in competition with each other, so that's where the friction is coming from. I see here the energy is moving more towards the new. Because that is what's karmically making sense. You're no longer going. The only way that you can decide this also is by not thinking about the past in a way where it's negative anymore. You're thinking about the past in a way where, how can I grow from this within myself, and stop thinking about anything that just is stabbing me in the back, that is unnecessarily hurting me. So some of your dreams are projections also. They're projections of other people. They're your projections too, because we are all each other. There is no exclusion. There is no good or bad in this reading. All 3 of these energies could be you also. Like, you could be stagnant in one area and new in another area and moving towards something in another area in your life. In a relationship, in a job, in a motivation, a personal project, things like that. This is another reason why I might not be able to sleep. But also the reason I might not be able to sleep is because I'm not speaking my truth to the person that deserves to hear it. Two nights. So this is like the emotional self and the action-oriented self. No, they're moving away from each other. These are 2 energies that are going in 2 different directions. This is, again, a crossroads now. One is leading with their emotions, and one is leading with like more Mars energy, passion, anger, creativity though, lust is what I'm hearing. This is more sexual energy because it's about action. This is more about emotion, but it's also like unpredictability with an emotion but this is also Hermes and travel. So this is more of like a sacral energy, and action is that's what this energy is moving forward with, and this energy is moving forward with emotion and instability within that emotion, but still being sure of themselves. And moving, like, this is also fast movement to me because I'm seeing this card as Hermes. I never noticed that, and seeing new things. This is also when I know I'm really channeling, because this is the regular Rider-Waite, and I'm still seeing things in these cards. There's mountains here too. There's more hurdles. There's more hurdles for the person that is leading with their emotions, as opposed to the person who is intuitively guided and just acting. There's two cards that are flipped. The High Priestess and the Emperor. Oh, and the Hierophant. Excuse me. It is the Emperor though, because the Emperor and the Empress are counterparts. These are counterparts as well, because it's the High Priestess and the Hierophant. They're both the most powerful spiritual cards in the deck. The feminine and the masculine energy of them. The High Priestess though is unpredictable and is balanced within more spirituality. This is also, again, spirituality versus religion and contracts, and I'm hearing lower vibrational energies right now. So we're cleansing it out. We're cleansing out lower vibrational energies within our spiritual communities, within our religious communities, without both. The masculine and the feminine. Well, this also has to do with balanced energies, but this also may be a dynamic in your relationship, whether that be romantic or not. Someone is more religious, someone is more spiritual, but it's balanced because religion is just understanding spirituality. So the message here is that Hierophant is trying to understand the High Priestess. This is also Taurus energy, and I don't think the High Priestess is associated with a sign. Is there a sign here? I would assume it would be maybe Scorpio. This is also structure versus like intuition and that gut feeling, like instinct. Is that it? Someone is without both. They're trying to manifest after someone has played mind games with them. Or they're trying to manifest after playing mind games on someone else. And it's only left them in pain and in a space where they need to be building again. There is a lot of pain right now that is in between a manifestation that you're trying to create, or that is coming to fruition. It's gonna happen. There's just a lot of pain, and you can't see clearly what you've already manifested in the past. But you deserve it, is what I'm hearing, and it's gonna happen. How do we deal with this pain? How do we deal with this interference of our manifestations and what we want to clearly see? Six of Cups. Apologizing. Apologies, nurturing. This is like a sisterly energy. Just warmth, sharing. Comfort is what I'm hearing. The Tower, though. There is a deep, deep child energy, like an inner child. Like two people have an inner child connection that has been severed or damaged. I don't want to say damaged, though. It's more like there's just a very large shock here or a change with this. After a lot of pain, a lot of anxiety, a lot of sleepless nights. Or someone is going through a tower while the other person feels it at night. It's like somebody has ripped their heart out and another person is feeling it when they sleep. So it may even, if you feel like you're being attacked or there's interference, it's because someone's in pain. And you're connected to this person. There is positive energy here. This anxiety is what's causing this pain. There's illusions. There's a lot of it's collective energy, though. The illusions are being created around multiple people centered around others, like just gossip. Whether that obviously could be like gossip. This is word magic. You could be seeing people. This is something that happens to me. I see who's talking about me. Like I see their name, like, or someone says their name to me, like randomly, more than once, sometimes in a day. And I'll be like, okay, that person's probably talking about me. Or is talking about someone I'm connected to. And I'll go, if I think it's someone that someone else knows, I'll go and ask them. I'll be like, you know somebody? Or talk to some so-and-so because I'm seeing this name. And they'll be like, oh, yeah. Or nah. But it could be this. There's a new opportunity here. This is also why there's illusions being cast around this, because everybody wants this opportunity. It's very positive. It's going to have a lot of movement forward. This is something you worked for. You're building something, and there's a lot of light around it. There's a lot of power around it. There's a lot of growth, and everybody wants it, whatever you're growing. It's opening up their third eye. It's opening up the collective third eye, whatever is being passed around and is being desired by the collective, with it centered around this energy. Then the wheel again. This is something someone has sacrificed for. They've had karmic cycles around it. They've had to let go of things, and they're getting it because they let go of emotions, because they walked away from a lot. The biggest message, honestly, that I'm seeing here, again, coming back to the dreams, coming back to illusions, coming back to black magic. Whoever's energy was negative or in this space of walking away and healing, they're now their illusions are coming back on them in a different way. You have cleansed these out and used them or alchemized them, which means you could have used it as fuel for something, for your words, for a project, for just moving forward. You used it, you alchemized it. This person is now that you've alchemized it, it is reformed around them. Like, oh, you sent this over there, you alchemized it into something positive. All of that light energy went back on them, and it's burning them, you know, like, because they have so much shadow around them that they have not dealt with, that the light that exudes off of the energy that you sent back is actually fucking with them, because now they have to see themselves clearly. They have to see themselves clearly as fuck now. They're not in the shadow, you expose them. Because you already went through what they did. I'm hearing, but you didn't actually do any black magic on anyone. There's been times where you were definitely controlling. You might have said some dumbass shit. You might have said some negative shit about this person. But you didn't do whatever this is, because this is leading more into black magic and like a very, very prolonged amount of emotion that has not been released, and it has come out as negative actions or negative plans, like petty things. It's just unresolved, and it's so unresolved that it's toxic to them and everyone around them. Whether what's being said about them is true or not, it's literally people are reading the energy. They have no idea that what they're saying isn't true. This also toughens you up. This hardens you up. If you ever ask to be someone else, you are asking for all of their challenges for them to get there. And that's not something you might be able to fucking handle. You have your own set of challenges that you're supposed to do. You have your own set of people that you're supposed to call on. You have your own inner guidance that you're supposed to call on if you don't think you have ancestors or spirits around you. Okay? If you don't feel like you have inner guidance, is what I'm hearing, build some. Okay, I just feel like this is taking way too long. Like this, even spirit feels like this is taking way too long. So, I'm gonna end this reading. But, like, I don't even mean that as, like, the reading. I mean that as an analogy. Like, spirit's like, the fuck, why you take it so long to stop something or to do something? Like, I told you to stop this, I told you to work on that. And you're getting fucked up by the universe simply because the universe wants you to succeed. They want you to toughen up. They want you to be stronger. They're going to give you some fucking shit because you asked for it. You asked to be strong. They're going to make you strong. That don't mean you're going to handle it right away. That don't mean it's not going to take some time. That don't mean they're not going to put you through some fucking trials first to make you figure out what the fuck you're doing wrong. Okay?